You know, the local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
You know, I was pretty happy with that one Gerbils the other night.
Oh, yeah. Honestly,
yeah. That was a good pizza.
Yeah. Fat wallets and empty hearts. Which...
Fat wallets, empty hearts.
It's insane how little musicians get. So, if you're interested in support, not just me, but any musician that you like, one of the best ways to do that, it sounds old school because it is purchase their music, purchase their merch, you know.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Rat Rod.
Hi, this is Mikey P from Skell.
Hey, this is Jeff from the Bell Jumpers.
Let's go.
Probably default because he's awesome.
This is Jessica for the band Dimitus. You're listening to Pennsylvania Rock Show.
What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 734. We just heard two tracks. We heard Half Wheel and their song Rain. And then we also heard from Fubar and their song Don't Arrest Me. In between there, you also heard a commercial for the Band Jam coming up from 97.7 FM WLER in Butler. That show is the August 22nd through the 25th. That's coming up. That's a really cool one. They have a free singer-songwriter in the round night. And then for $30, you can come Friday and Saturday. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And Sunday morning, you have to get out of there. But it's at Cooper's Lake Campground in Slippery Rock. And once again, that is sponsored by 97.7 WLER in Butler. It's all unsigned local bands. And it's a show you should head out to. Before I go too much further, I do want to mention the radio partners. We have music from the 412, Build the Scene, xrpradio.co.uk out of Scotland, Roodaroo Radio out of Texas and California, megarockradio.net, and 107.1 KFGD out of St. Louis, Missouri. And I always forget somebody. Hopefully I didn't. Anyway, this is episode number 734. With me tonight are two members of the Burnrides. What's up, gentlemen?
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
So I have to know, could you hear the music playing?
No.
Okay. Well, hopefully it went through the live feed. I'll find out later.
The commercial and stuff, but it was like we didn't hear like any of Fubar or anything like that.
Oh no, not that. The drum.
Oh yeah.
It sounded kind of like Tool.
Yeah, it came through.
All right. That's a band called Step 11. That song is from like 2005, and that's not even a whole intro. The song's like 8 minutes and 6 seconds. It has like a 3.5 minute intro.
That's awesome.
It used to be the song that got played at the beginning of every show back when I was really learning how to do this 20 years ago, because if it would drop the connection and I would get it reconnected, nobody knew. All right, so the Burnrides. I'm going to ask you probably the most normal question of the night right off the bat, and it's where does the name the Burnrides come from?
We started practicing, and we just didn't have a name, and we put it out on the internet. We put it on Facebook, and I've been in a bunch of bands. He's played in some music, and we put it out to the public, and it got terrible names. Just a bunch of ska innuendos or like just dumb stuff, man. And it was just like we couldn't. And one day it was just like someone said the Burnrides. Do you remember who said it?
Well, I think Owen originally had something about the rainy day Burnrides. It was like really long, and then we had to cut it down. Yeah, because that's a lot of words.
That was like a polka band he was in or something.
Yeah, it was it was something like that. Yeah,
I think he was in a polka band and he was our original horn player.
Yep.
And he actually wrote some of the songs we still play. He moved to South Carolina to save the world. He was a hippie kid. Went down there to save the world. But
See,
yeah,
I always think California when I think hippie.
Oh yeah, well he's no. He's getting his like master's in like environmental sciences down there.
Okay.
So he's like actually saving the world.
Yeah.
He's not saying
not just saying it. Yeah.
I bought a lot of things recently that have that tag on it to say that it contains things that are known in the state of California to cause cancer.
Yeah.
And to make myself feel better, I tell my kids, well, it's a good thing I'm in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. It doesn't matter then.
Right. If only they know.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So I have an official build a scene question, an unofficial build a scene question. We're going to get those out of the way right now. The official build a scene question is, because you're a musician, what is your favorite pizza that you've had? So it has to be related to something you've done as a musician.
Favorite what? You kind of clicked
Yeah,
out
you
there.
clicked out a second.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza. Oh,
What's your favorite topping?
Well, like,
this is a serious question. We need to know
Also,
exactly.
I grew up in New York. I grew up in New York my whole life, and I have a pizza tattoo on my hand. So this is I take this
nice.
apart.
I got a pizza tattoo too.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are not the first.
No, I'm
sure.
Yeah,
I bet you they had
on the show.
I was at a place in Manhattan for years.
So you have to relate it to being in a band, though. So it has to be like you ate it at a recording session or on your way to a show.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
Well, we play Spirit a lot. He actually helped work at Spirit, helped build it. I still work there. I've been there 10 years, and it's a pizza joint. And we've played there quite a bit. We've done Summer Recess. That's where Ska Fest is. So we eat a lot of their pizza, and I specifically have really good memories about being like, I need to eat or else I'm going to die. And that pizza is Spirit pizza, and it's got me through a lot of things. So if it's connected to like playing music or a show, I'd say Spirit. It's my call.
Yep.
What was the place across from Howler's?
And also pizza. It just opened back up actually, and they have beer now.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it's called.
There was an old venue across from Howler's that was in Bloomfield. You would just go get the pizza before it closed and throw it in your car, and it would just save your life after the end of the show.
I was in a band in Manhattan, in Brooklyn, and we used to go get free pizza after shows a lot because I used to run a place called Two Boots, and there was one right across from a show we played at CBGB's, so it was great to just walk across the street and get free stuff all night. It's also very good.
Before I get too far into this, I forgot to have you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band. So that's next.
I'm Jerry Lyon. I am the lead singer and I play guitar.
And I'm Dan Mitchell, and I play keys, and I also help sing.
Okay. Should have done that first. I apologize.
Oh, no, you don't apologize.
All right. So here's the unofficial build a scene question, and there's a whole story for it. And everyone has watched the show has heard it a bazillion times, but it has to do with YouTube. Who is your Dave Grohl? And by that, I mean, who do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their original songs?
Wow, that's good.
I mean,
if I could pick one person, huh? Jeez.
Don't worry, there'll be chances to pick more people.
Yeah, Jay Navarro from Suicide Machines. We've got to play with him a couple different times, and I would absolutely love to get on stage and play with Suicide Machines. We've played with the Traders, his side project, multiple times, and he's just a really cool guy, and
he is a really cool,
super cool guy, and I would love to get on stage with the Suicide Machines. That's my Dave Grohl.
I would say Electric Light Orchestra, and I know that's
what's up, man.
That's out of left field. But I really, really like Jeff Lynne.
That's awesome,
and I just respect him as a musician a lot. So he's just like one of my top people.
Very cool. I'm going to ask you one more question, and then we're going to take a break. See, I told you it goes fast and I
No,
lose
this is
track.
good. I'm enjoying it.
All right, so you're leaving a show, and there's a DeLorean sitting there with its door open and a flux capacitor in the back. Where are you going in time, and what band are you going to hang out with and possibly play with?
Operation Ivy. Totally Operation
That's a
Ivy.
good answer. That's a good answer. Good answer.
Operation Ivy, and I mean, they only did the one tour. I'd like to hit a couple of the shows, if not all of them. I mean, I think they did like 6 shows or something. Definitely Operation Ivy. Hands down for that.
I got a good answer too.
Yellow?
No, it's not Yellow. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to say Blind Melon.
Blind Melon? That's
Okay.
pretty good. That's good.
Very cool.
Always. Both of those, the main 2 albums are still like 2 of like my favorite albums of all
Yeah,
time.
they're good. They're good.
Okay, so we're gonna take a real quick break, and we're gonna hear your song "Ska City,"
Awesome.
and we're also gonna hear from the Slobber Knockers.
Oh yeah, we played with
My
that.
boy.
I was gonna ask if you were familiar with them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Our old band played with those. Yeah, we played with those.
And that was a Jay Navarro show.
That was the Jay Navarro
Yeah.
show, actually, with those
Oh,
guys.
nice.
That's right. Yeah, that's it came all the way back around.
Their one guitarist was my best friend's cousin growing up.
Okay,
They're fun.
Yeah,
yeah, they are fun.
with the masks and
Dude, the whole
The
wrestling.
luchador masks
Dude,
really sell that. A lot.
we really we tried to start a beef with them, and it was just like they were kind of new to the scene, so they didn't want to start one. But like a wrestling beef, you know what I mean?
right.
It was good.
We would have been the Marks. Would have
Yeah,
been fun.
totally. For sure. I love
So we're gonna hear their song "Hurricane," and we'll be right
awesome
back.
song. Awesome song.
Are you doing like the YMCA there?
Yeah, I don't know what we were doing. I just felt like we popped up. I was excited. I get very.
He fell over breakdancing the other night. It was great.
I'm very.
Went straight through a table.
No, yeah, I
Yes.
did. I did.
Yes, it's a true story. That was like 53 hours ago.
Another band that we both play in. We played a music festival. Like kind of in the woods.
Saturday night.
I fell through a table. It happens.
It was awesome.
Were you suplexed?
No, he was trying to break dance, did a spin, and just Chris Farleyed himself straight through the table.
In the spirit of the Olympics and the breakdance contest, we put on some, and it
looked like if like one of those dressage horses, but you had to put it down because it broke a leg.
It was on a farm-like area. It was uneven. It wasn't safe. It wasn't the Olympic specs. What can you do?
Okay.
Good luck coming back from that one.
I did not watch, and they called it breaking. I didn't watch it, but I heard it wasn't really that good.
I found it slightly underwhelming for somebody who grew up in New York, and like in the 80s, that was like everywhere.
He's right in the age group where you definitely watch Breakin', Electric Boogaloo, and all that, like for sure.
Yeah,
like
all the B-boys and stuff, and then like just the guys that do it in the subway for quarters.
So in the first segment, you mentioned Ska Fest, and that's actually kind of how we got hooked up.
Yep.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about Ska Fest, and then we'll go from there.
So this is a really good origin story. I was Derek Reed, who is sometime nameless, he posted like a random like, hey, like I'm looking to do a ska thing. Who's interested? And like 10 people just gave him my like number, or not number, like this is Jerry, like, because we had kind of not really met each other just yet. This was what, 5 years ago?
The first one we did,
I think
probably 2021.
Yeah.
2020. I can't remember now.
So
the pandemic made my brain.
Yeah. He hit me up and I was like, I got the spot, Spirit. And I was able to like make it happen. And with him and me behind it, and he like booked everything, and it was this amazing thing. I think we were close to selling out the first year. If we did not sell it, we were close. And then
that might have been 19.
We just started setting it up, and like he's just he's the gem, and that's who our mutual friend is, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's
Derek,
he's the best.
He is the best.
Somebody nameless, like he does so much for Pittsburgh. Like, like the disenfranchised, like ska music scene, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, he just hooks everybody up. He's the best, and Ska Fest is like one of my favorite things. And I'm so happy to be a part of it and like be able to like have it in the venue that I work at. And like my friends are all like, they own, and I think that it's important. I think it's one of Pittsburgh's really cool things, and every year Derek curates it and he makes it awesome.
Do you know what the date is on that show?
It's this coming Saturday. Is
this Saturday
17th,
or is it the 16th? This is terrible.
Today's the 12th, so
it's the 17th.
Yeah, 17th.
Yeah,
I cheated. I looked at the calendar.
Please do. We don't want to give anyone any bad information.
Do you know any of the other bands that are on the bill?
Yeah.
Mustard Plug, The Pilfers,
Stack Like Pancakes, Lady Hatchet.
Yep. And some Book Club? No.
I can't remember the last band.
It's gonna drive me crazy. I can't think of it.
Yeah,
I'm drawing a blank. It's been a long day.
Yeah. We went fishing.
It's on the webpage.
That's why he's so burned.
It's on the I am red like a lobster. It's on the Facebook page for sure.
Yeah. I think we got them all.
When we take our second break, I'll find that address and make sure we put it up on the screen.
And I would love it. This event's like really important to the Burnrides.
If you search Pittsburgh Ska Fest 2024, it'll come right up.
Steel City Ska Fest.
Steel City Ska Fest. Excuse me.
I'm going to kind of put you guys on the spot, but first of all, there are quite a few more people in the band, correct?
Yeah.
Four.
Yeah.
Four more.
So you could either answer this question about one of you, or you could pick them and they can't defend themselves.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I like this.
Now I can't wait to see what the question is.
So the question is, things happen on stage that are embarrassing from time to time. And it would be really easy if I asked you to tell me something you did that was embarrassing, but I want you to tell me something that one of the other band members did that embarrassed you.
It's usually me or Dan who really is doing the embarrassing.
Yeah. I'm not usually the embarrassee. I'm the embarrasser.
No, I think that's the opposite.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm not usually. Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
We played with MC Chris the other night.
That's true.
He turns off his keyboard to do his his talking thing that we worked on, and he forgot to turn his keyboard on, and he did not play keys for a whole song, right?
And
embarrassing.
And the first 3 measures of the next song after that as well.
Embarrassing. So it's him. Everyone else in the band is really, really.
I turned
really
it all
good.
the way down because sometimes when I lean over, I lean on the keys. So I just have the habit of turning it down for that song, and then I just never turned it back up.
Listen, I do that stuff all the time.
I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird. I couldn't hear anything. I was like, oh.
I thought it was weird that
Volume.
he sounded good.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't playing.
Thank you. Wonderful.
So I did go ahead and Google Steel City Ska Fest, and I found a calendar event from the Spirit website.
That's it.
Yep.
And so if you go to spiritpgh.com, and I'm assuming you can click on calendar, or if you want to type that whole thing that I put on the screen there, you can do that as well.
Okay, yep, there she is.
But let me double check that.
The whole.
Oh yeah, so if you click on events.
Yep.
So spiritpgh.com, click on events, and then scroll down to August 17th and click on the flyer.
There's also a Friday night thing, like it's called the Kickoff Party, and it's at 222 Ormsby,
in like Mount Oliver area.
Yeah, it's Inco Fido.
Inco Fido. I can't even remember.
I can't remember. Skank and Homer's playing.
Yeah, Skank and Homer. Yep. Somebody else.
I feel like it's we should.
Know. I'm not prepared for this.
Yeah, but like Friday night at Ormsby is like also a really sick show, and I feel like Derek's trying to make it like a weekend thing now.
So that brings up a question, and I have no idea what the answer is because I haven't looked lately. But how many members does Inco Fido have right now?
17,000.
That is the correct answer.
That sounds right.
No,
17,000.
1, 2, 3. I want to say 9.
I interviewed them a few times, and every time I interviewed them, they had another member.
9, I want to say. It's a lot. They take up a lot of room on stage. I know that.
There are homies for sure.
Yeah, we love those guys. We play with them
a bunch.
Probably 5 or 6 times at least.
Let's go one more question, and then we're going to take that second break.
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right. If you were sitting on a bench, kind of like in Forrest Gump, and you're that person that's doing all the talking, I'm going to reverse it though. Your musical idol sits down next to you, and you want to get them talking like Forrest did, but you're only allowed to ask one question. Who is sitting next to you, and what is the one question you're going to ask them to get them going?
Just to get them talking a lot?
Yep.
Okay, I got an answer. I'm going to go with Paul McCartney.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say, how do I know you're the real Paul McCartney? And I bet you that gets him to say some stuff. I bet you none of it's going to be good, but I bet you he starts talking. Or he may just get up and walk away.
My answer is Joey Ramone. He sits down next to me, and I take a sip of a brown paper bagged warm Budweiser, and I look at him straight in the eyes, and I say, "Gabba gabba hey."
That's good.
Simple.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to go a little country-ish on you in this next segment. We're going to hear from the Shiners and their song "Every Once in a While."
Awesome.
We're going to hear Rock for Life commercial, and then we're going to hear from a band playing with Rock for Life show on September 7th. We're going to hear Dinner Bell Road and their song "Go," and then we'll be back right after that with some more questions for the Burnrides.
You know, the local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
You know, I was pretty happy with that one Gerbils the other night.
Oh,
To be
yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
That was a good pizza.
Yeah.
Fat wallets and empty hearts. Okay, so we are back from the second break. We heard the Shiners every once in a while and Dinner Bell Road Go. With me this evening are two members of the band, the Burnrides. Get them back up on screen for you. Okay, so we're towards the end of the show, so I really need to fire some questions at you. Okay. First one is, what do you guys have coming up next other than Ska Fest?
September 11th.
We got to get in the record. We got to get in the studio.
Oh, I thought you mean like shows, or you mean just in general?
In general, you can answer.
September 11th, we're playing
with Suicide Machines.
Well, sort of with the Suicide Machine. And who else played that? Kill Lincoln?
Yeah, Kill Lincoln.
It's Kill Lincoln and the Suicide. They're playing upstairs
of Spirit.
And when between their set breaks, we're doing like a bunch of 15-minute sets downstairs while there's nothing going on upstairs. And then if all goes according to plan, we'll be giving out 100 free hot dogs.
We're giving free hot dogs.
Nice.
So glizzies and ska music.
Yeah.
Who do you record with? Do you do it yourself or do you go into the studio?
Yeah, I actually have a label called Starbuck Records, which is just it's. I just record my friends and put them out. I do the best job I can, and sometimes we have Nate Campese help us out from Mr. Smalls. He's like a local legend. He helps out sometimes. I can hit him up with some stuff, and Warren Pride helps us out. I got friends in the game, and if I have any questions, I can just shoot them hey, I'm having trouble doing this, and they all do it. Those are more of the those guys are pretty they're all solid. They're the main guys, They did the Rave on Me album. Nate does everything. Yeah, honestly. So,
I'm kind of late in the game, but I do want to mention to those of you that are listening, if there's a chat window and you have a question, you type it in there. We will all be able to see it and we can interact with you, but you don't have a lot of time. So if you have a question, type it now.
I would love I can see one of our friends doing it, being asking some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys are about to go out on a tour. You hire me to drive your bus. What music am I going to get ready to play in between stops when we're out on the tour?
Oh my God!
Everyone's so eclectic. John, our bass player, plays in F Yeah Dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, we play them.
Yeah,
good save.
He comes from
yes.
a crazy background. Our trombone player Dick is just very, very video games, and he's just kind of nerdy, and his music is crazy. He listens
all over the place too.
Yeah, he listens to Pavement. God, if it's the whole band, it's a crazy set list. Sam. What is Sam even like playing?
She knew every single word to every single song from the MC Chris the other show.
Yeah,
she was standing in front of me, and I was like, "How do you know?" She's
probably doing some MC Chris stuff, and she also plays trumpet, all the Star Wars stuff. She played the Dueling Fates, which is Darth Maul's thing when I was on stage the other night.
She did.
This would be an impossible question.
Yeah,
and he sometimes. He listen. Go ahead. You can say
what you're gonna say. No, I want to see what you were gonna say.
You listen to Motown.
I do. I listen to a lot of
old,
Motown.
Old school Motown, and you can see it when he's playing the keys. He's very old school,
yeah,
which is great for us. If it's great for us.
I do. I really like a lot of late 50s stuff, early 60s. Love Sly and the Family Stone also.
Yeah, it would be
another big one. I would love to
who else
go back in time and see.
I mean, John's like a classic punk rock guy.
Yeah.
So you know, when I say the Vincent sisters, you know who they are, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So back when this show started back in 2004, I was affiliated with a friend of mine. I met him through his aunt, but he owned a company called Total Music and Entertainment, and he has since passed away. But he was a distributor. He did front of house at Star Lake, label, and he taught me how to run a mixer. While I was doing my show, he would send me messages over AOL.
Awesome.
But
AOL Messenger.
The Vincent sisters were a part of his company.
Oh, okay.
So they are both on my friends list on Facebook.
Awesome. That's awesome.
But all right. Let's see. Oh, the Diesel Beat question. If you could play with anyone, anywhere in the world, so any band and any venue, it doesn't even have to be a traditional venue. You could pick anywhere. What band would you want to perform with? Whether they're opening, you're playing together, however it works out in your head, and where.
You go first.
Oh, wow.
Man, that's tough. I'm gonna say
mine's gonna be on a space station somewhere for sure.
Wow, that's.
So I'm not doing this business on Earth. I get to pick where I'm gonna go. So it's a super hype disco space station for poor people. It's like $75 to get to space into this rave / ska fest, right? Like a rave / ska fest.
By all means, keep going.
So I'm on stage. I'm doing my.
I feel like you thought about this.
No. I'm doing my rap project, which is Darth Perm, and I come down on like this weird. Well, it's gravity, so I don't need lines or anything. I just come like float in because I'm a gravity. I have like I have a dryer that pushes me around. So I come down on stage and I get to play all my favorite musicians that I played with my whole life from all my projects. I'm not even picking anybody fancy. I'm talking about like all the bands I've ever been in. Porno Tongue, Boiled Denim, Scott Fry Experience, like Third Set Jerry, like all my boys just on stage. I come down from atmosphere, beautiful lights, lasers for sure, maybe a foam party. A phone party.
That's a lot.
And I come down.
I know a guy who owns the phone party Pittsburgh. So,
dude, see, really? So like we're like close. All we need is a space station.
He used to own a venue in Katanning, actually.
I saw those guys.
Club Radioactive.
That's
we had a tent right next to that at the Gay Pride Parade. I work at a bar called Trace. We were like right next to that. They were having awesome. A lot of fun. Yeah, it looked crazy. I'll go more conventional than that, and I'm gonna say In Excess in Tokyo.
Oh,
cool.
That's dope.
Because I love In Excess, and I've always wanted to be to Japan.
Yeah.
And since neither of those things will probably ever happen,
no, it's not going to happen.
Take them right at the same
time. This is probably the toughest question I'm going to ask you tonight.
Is it math?
No, but I could if you want.
I'm not good at math either.
If you were going to manage and build a supergroup from Pittsburgh music scene, and it cannot include anybody that's in your current band.
Awesome. I got this.
Who would you put in the band, and what bands are they currently in? So this is a way for you to talk about other bands that are in the scene.
Oh my God. It's going to be so hard. I'm so bad with names.
I'm bringing Century 3 on straight off as my rhythm section. Sarah Ellis, Carrie Battle. They have a new drummer. I don't know for sure. Century 3, those two from Century 3. Todd Cheats in my band for certain. Who else am I bringing in?
That's tough. Donnie?
Yeah, Donnie from Ancient History.
That is rough.
No, this is a great question. This is what we do. We ask these people to like come play with us all the time.
I know.
So One of my punk bands is called Boiled Denim. My drummer, Jeff Ryan, who he plays with a bunch of other people. I don't want him.
Most drummers do.
Yeah, I don't want him in the band at all. Like, so like, I'm just gonna skip on him.
Why not? He's literally right around the corner. I knew that was coming.
No, you're in, dog. We are, just so you guys know, we are up at camp, like just having a good time.
Yeah, we're up by like Lake Erie-ish area.
No, we're not by Lake Erie. We're by Canasta,
south of there.
Anyway, go ahead with your crew.
Oh, I don't even know how to begin to start to answer that because I'm terrible with names.
Oh, Trip. I want Trip from FBI Dinosaur.
Trip would be good.
He's like one of the best bass players in the city. Oh, John On from Ed Hockley.
Oh, yeah. Dave Rath. Also.
Dave Rath, too.
Yeah, Dave Rath would be a good one, to throw on there.
This is tough.
Yeah. That one's actually, I wish I had time to think about that one.
I feel like we built a pretty good super group.
Yeah. That was like
Ed Hockley and
that was like Century 3. That was like the punk rock Traveling Wilburys is what that was.
All right, so before we ride off into the sunset, I do want to mention it again. It's been on the screen on the video.
Sun, homie.
He's all burned up.
Go to facebook.com/the Burnrides.
Please.
And I'm going to put that address up again, spiritpgh.com. And I don't remember the rest of it. So, but if you go to spiritpgh.com and click on events, you can find it there.
Come.
Do you want to tell about this?
Yeah, come head to that show actually.
Yeah, come to Steel City Ska Fest.
Scarlarks also.
Yeah. The Scarlarks.
That was the band I was trying to think of.
Band, Scarlarks.
And it wasn't Inco Fido on Friday. It's Sneaky Heat Misses.
Yep.
Okay.
That was our fault.
They're newer. We've been playing with them a lot.
We've played with them a couple times.
They're
They're
fantastic.
They are really good.
They're starting to get as many members as Inco Fido. So
I saw them at a halfway to Halloween show.
Oh yeah,
Derek show, yeah.
And they were covering Rob Zombie.
I mean,
oh heck yeah,
it makes perfect sense, dude.
That's right up their alley.
Yeah, they're good. I like those guys a lot.
Okay, guys, so we're at the end. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. You tell everyone who's watching and listening why they should come check you guys out.
You're going to have a good time.
You are going to have a good time. We will probably do a funny cover or something. And maybe, I don't know. We're also very fun to hang out with before and or afterward. So
if you know what I mean. And watch this. Oh, he's sunburned and I just slapped him. That hurts. I know it does.
It's all right.
You should have did the Bart Simpson.
He's out in the woods.
I know. I totally should have done that.
We're out in the woods where no one can hear him scream.
Hey guys, I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
This is great. I'm glad that this happened, man. This is fantastic.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I have a blast. I get to talk to new musicians all the time. It's
There's
fun.
Worst jobs in the world, I'm sure.
I mean, with this guy, I don't know.
I've had a lot of them.
If this guy called a musician, I don't know about those words.
Hey, so with that said, this has been episode number 734 of the Pennsylvania Rock Show. We're going to head out on one more track. We're going to hear from Overload in Stereo and their song Rocket Fuel. And that'll be it for tonight. We will catch you next Monday night.